Okay, so kind of like what we've been doing the last handful of class periods, we're catching up with our vocab. So these are all basically pages we were supposed to do throughout the year that I just kind of skipped over. So there's just review at this point. Okay, this is from the last workshop. Okay, so our workshop we talked about the D-Day and things like that. Okay, so we're just going to go through each of these vocab words on the front page here. Okay, there's one for each number, and just kind of review of what they mean. So number one, the first word is historic. What's that word, everybody?
It's historic.
Good. So historic is just important in history. Okay, so like something that's historic is World War II. Okay. The next word in number two, the word is generation. What's that word?
Generation.
Yeah, generation. So generation is all people born around the same time. So like, probably people of your parents' generation would be about, you know, me or Mr. Durfee or a little bit older age. Okay. The next word is encountered. What's that word, everybody?
Encountered.
Okay, I like that I can hear this side of the room really good. This side of the room, and hear you guys. The word's encountered. What's that word?
Encountered.
Encountered. Good. So that's just to meet someone or experience something. Okay, so like you're walking on the streets at night. Okay, and you come across a black cat. Okay, you would have encountered it. Okay, a scary black cat. Okay. Alright, next word, number four. The word is complexity. What's that word, everybody?
Complexity.
Good. So complexity is just something that's difficult or has many parts. Okay, so for example, like the 5,000 piece puzzle had a lot of complexity. It's had many parts to it. Yeah, that would be very hard, right?
5,000 feet.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Even 500 is a lot. Okay. The last one, the word is establish. What's that word, everybody?
Establish.
Establish. Good. So establish is just set up an organization or system. Okay. So just think about like you're starting something new. You would have established it. Okay. So like you start a club with your friends. You would have established it. Okay, maybe you started on your game online. You started a new profile or something. What's up?
What's up?
Cookies? You got cookies in the backpack, buddy? Are those the good kind of cookies or the cookies you? Yeah. They roll up and stuff. Okay. All right. That shirt's not appropriate for school. Okay.
It's okay. It just says cookies. It's not.
Yeah,
I like your shirt.
Okay, come on. I know what it means.
It's just a
So,
brand.
a brand of MMJ. Okay. All right. I'm not dumb. Okay. All right. So take a look at the worksheet here. Just kind of look at the example, or sorry, not the example, but if you look at the directions, so right under where it says questions and answers. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the directions out loud. Okay, when I pause, I want you guys to say the word with me. So find the directions starting with you are being. Okay, so find those directions starting with you are being. Okay, I'm going to read them out loud. Okay, when I pause, I want you guys to say the words. So start right here. Okay, you are being interviewed. Respond to the questions with academic words. Okay, so basically, instead of if I say, "How's your day going?" and you just say "good," that's not very academic. Okay, so you want to just basically it's like a description. Okay, so if we take a look at number one, okay, I'll model this. What is a historic place that you have visited? Okay, so maybe I've been to a ghost town in central Utah. I can't think of the name. Okay, Grafton. I don't know. I just made that up. I think that's right. Oh, yeah. You got one?
Africa.
Okay, so Africa. That'd be historic, depending on where in Africa you go. Okay, so just think about a historic place you visited. Maybe it's like the home of
France.
what?
France.
Okay.
Honestly, if you notice, what's the capital of France?
It was
Okay.
France.
Why? Okay. What is
I
the
know it
capital?
is.
What is the capital of France?
I know what it is.
What is it?
I was asking. So I'm not
Well, you tell me.
You know?
What is it, Beckham?
Paris.
Okay, so let's why don't we write that down. We've talked about Paris in our D-Day thing, so I'm gonna say a historic place that I visited is Paris, France.
Paris, France is small.
Oh, sorry.
It's the largest city in France as well.
And Paris. I went to Paris.
We'll just say Paris, comma, the capital of France.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a historic place. So there's historic because it's, well, not only really old, but a lot of history's happened there. So for example, during World War II, the Germans occupied France, they occupied Paris. Okay. So it's historic for many reasons. Okay, let's get it written down there. Okay, thanks for following along.
Okay, did my handwriting get
Make sure you
worse?
guys write it down.
No, you're doing good.
Make sure you guys have a period at the
Keep that
end. Okay, looking good. Okay, I'll give you 15 more seconds to get that finished up here. Remember, all we're doing is completing a sentence. We're not writing a whole one, but I do expect you have a period at the end of your writing here.
I put a period.
Okay, good. Okay, number 2. When I pause at the bold word, I want you guys to say it with me. Okay, that's number 2.
Follow along.
What is one way that your
Generation.
good is different from your parents' generation? So what's something that's different about you and your parents?
Ooh.
Something different?
Yeah, what's something different about you and your parents? You guys might
I
like.
don't have the same hair color.
Me and my dad like basketball. We know what
Oh,
Facebook
different.
is.
Yeah. Okay, different. I didn't say similar. I said what's different about your generation? What do they do that's different? What's different about them? What?
They were little.
What do they do that's different?
They don't have phones.
Okay, they didn't have cell phones. What else? Did they wear the same clothes as you guys?
No.
No, they wore different styles of clothes. And let's get that headphone taken out, Charlie. Yep. Okay, so one way that my generation is different from my parents' generation is that maybe you say something like, we have cell phones, and they didn't when they were younger.
And have poodle skirts were
Gotta get
older
that
than
poodle
that.
What's a
My
poodle
mom
skirt?
had the poodle skirt.
Yeah, maybe for Halloween.
No.
No.
It was her grandma's old. It was her grandma's
Right.
old poodle skirt.
Right.
And
But your mom didn't wear them.
Okay, let's get that written down. So,
No.
just say we have cell phones and they did not. So there's many different things, okay, from like movies to
television.
music, okay, to like maybe just famous people in general, okay. So like everybody in this room's probably heard of one of the Kardashian sisters, right?
Oh, that's a.
Okay. But if you go back to your parents' generation, probably everybody has heard of
Brady Bunch.
Brady's Bunch.
There you go.
Perfect. There we go.
Brady Bunch. Love that.
Brady's Bunch. Yeah.
I'll watch that show.
Okay, so yeah, finish that up. Just make sure you guys got a period. Copy that out. Just get a period. Okay, good.
It's sloppy.
You're doing good.
Okay. Alright, thanks for getting a period there. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at number 3 now. Remember, when I pause the bold word, I want you to say it with me.
Okay.
What is a problem that you
Encountered.
encountered in this school year? Okay, what's been difficult about this school year? What's something a problem we've encountered this year?
Ooh.
What's been hard, Alicia? Raise your hand.
Mask.
Okay, wearing masks. Okay, that could be hard. What else has been hard?
Ooh, being online.
Ooh, being online. Those are two very good examples. So, problem that I encountered this school year was
I know.
wearing masks when I never wore one in the past.
Yes.
problem I encountered this school year was wearing masks when I never wore one in the past. I mean, I guess you obviously wore them before that, but it was kind of, you were out of school, really, before you had to start wearing them, so. Big change, hopefully we don't have to wear masks next school year. We'll see though, what happens.
They say it's supposed to be a free mask for the July.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for. Nothing's set in stone with that. It depends on how good you are on Memorial Day. Your family.
Yeah, or Santa's gonna make you wear masks forever.
Santa?
Okay, so let's get that written down for me. Okay, looking good. Okay, thanks for getting that written down.
Santa won't like.
I know Rob Cap goes in
wear a mask.
Europe.
I just like.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The 4th of July, I'm not having a mask on.
Appreciate getting that written down. Okay, looking good over here, Jack. I appreciate you getting that written down. Alright, okay, number 4 now. Should be individual, right? Because everyone's gonna be understanding a little different. Okay, number 4, when I pause, a bold word, say with me. What school subject has the greatest
Complexity.
good and why? Okay, so to you, so individually, what's the hardest subject you have? Okay, so you're gonna answer this. The school subject has the greatest complexity is, what's the hardest subject you have?
Math.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna write in the first blank, and then tell me why. Why is it hard? Okay, so everyone here is, we got mostly 9th graders, couple 10th and 11th graders. Okay, so I'm just gonna go off personal experience. Okay, I'm gonna say school subject that has the greatest complexity is chemistry.
Chemistry.
Yeah,
Or reading.
because
It is hard.
there is a lot
Because
of math involved.
there's a lot of work to do.
Okay, so you guys should be coming up with your own example. You just tell me or your hardest class and why. So maybe it's biology, maybe it's French, okay, maybe it's geography. You know?
I can't find a harder class to have.
Well, what's the most difficult one you have right now? Math, history, science.
And
Reading.
because
Because.
it's over here. It's
Okay, you're overthinking it. Just pick a class, then just make up a reason. Even if you can't think of the hardest one. Okay, if you can't think of the hardest one, just pick a class that you have, and then just make up something of why it could be hard. So let's say you're gonna say math, it's because maybe just make it up. Maybe I'm not good with numbers, okay? Or maybe the class the greatest complexity is history because I can't relate to anybody that's over 40 years old.
No, I like history. History's fun.
Okay, we got something there.
It's reading.
Literacy.
Yeah, I have literacy on the next line there. Is that hard? Hard class, Jack?
Yeah.
A lot of work to do in this first class.
Yeah.
My brother has this row for English.
What? Your brother's girl?
My brother has this row for English this year, and he's a senior. Do you know Mr. Rowe?
It is just hard.
You know
Okay.
Mr. Rowe?
Alright, so just erase this.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, because my brother has her for English this year.
And then we'll just put it's.
Last year it was
Constant.
0, I believe.
It's super.
And then 10th grade he had assistant.
I like swimming out of my pockets with my own dress.
You missed geography. You didn't say
Sitting out of your pocket.
too hard.
No,
Figure it out.
my hands are in my pocket.
Okay, I saw some really good examples there.
Swimming on your dress and it makes that little really feeling.
Do I have any volunteers?
I do.
Okay, that want to share out what they wrote.
I do.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and share us what you wrote, please, Dylan? Let's get that headphone taken out. put your hand out. Oh, you'll be next. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, once you're good, yeah, share with us that sentence, please, Dylan. What?
The school subject that has the greatest complexity is math because it's confusing.
Okay, so math is a subject that causes a lot of difficulty or complexity because it is confusing, right? Math can be confusing, and that can make it complex because if you've been in math class, there's usually multiple steps you have to follow. Oh, back up, put it away. And if you can't follow the steps, you're gonna get left behind. Okay, really good sentence, Dylan. Why don't you go ahead and share it so you put, please, Alicia. Appreciate you volunteering.
Okay. The school subject that has the greatest complexity is reading because it's hard to read.
Okay, so if it's hard to read, reading class might have the greatest complexity. Okay. Okay, because there are many parts. Okay? You have to know all the letters. You have to know how to put the letters together to make words. Okay. So reading can be very hard. That's the reason why you start reading when you're like a 2-year-old. Okay.
2-year-old.
Yep. Okay. Great work. Okay. Last sentence. Okay. Number 5. Remember when I pop. Actually, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to read number 5 out loud with me, the whole thing. Okay. So everybody find number 5. Okay. Find number 5, boys. Let's find number 5. We're gonna read it out loud as a class. The question together. Okay. Reading it out loud. Okay. I want to hear your voices. I like that Jack's ready to go over there with his pointer finger. Okay. Read it with me. Everybody ready? Go. What kind of business would you like to establish? Thank you, Jack, for reading that with me. Alone, Jack by himself. Okay, so what kind of business would you like to establish? Okay, if you could set up your own business, what would it be? What would you sell?
Clothes.
Landscaping equipment or like maybe services?
Yeah.
Okay. So I like to establish that maybe you sell landscaping services. So like
That means
you
selling money.
people pay you to like mow their lawn or
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So just think of something you would do to make money. Okay. So maybe it's selling multicolored socks. I don't know. Okay. Maybe it's to establish a business that pays people to play video games. Okay. Maybe maybe establish a business that pays lucky people to travel around the world. Visit places they want to go.
What are you making?
Renee, what's something you think you want to do, Rebecca? What's some business you want to establish?
What is the establish?
Okay, it just means to set up. So establish like a new, if you could set up a new business, what would you do? Okay, so everyone should be a little bit different here. I'm gonna write an example. Okay, so I would like to establish a business that takes care of people's pets while they're on vacation.
So,
No,
Ooh, that's a good one.
that's it.
pet babysitter.
A pet babysitter.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you call it a pet sitter.
Yes. I don't know what
I don't either.
it's me and my letter. There we go.
Okay, so my sentence is, I would like to establish a business that takes care of animals while their owners can't. Okay, so I'm just gonna come around.